What's up, guys? If you enjoyed the first part of the video as much as I did, man, this is the nicest running Ironhead Sportster. If you've been watching us for a while, you know I'm a big fan of these Ironhead Sportsters for 1,000 different reasons. One, this particular engine and platform has won more AMA races than any other engine ever made. The Harley Davidson Sportster, its little brother, the XR750 actually, and they're a classic. What I like the most about it, I think, is the profile, the right side profile of the motor. It's just beautiful. And this particular one is the best running one we've had through here yet. It runs like an absolute dime piece. And part of that reason why is this is a one owner bike. The guy bought this brand new in 1973. He bought it in June of 73. I have the original receipt that he bought it from. He's over the hill now, and actually he's I don't think he's deaf, and he's had some medical issues that cause him to sell the motorcycle. But he might be deaf from riding with the straight pipes for all those years. I don't know, because this thing's sure as full of jungle and sound. It sounds awesome. But this was his baby since brand new, and it's tuned to perfection. By that I mean it's carbureted perfectly. It shifts beautifully. The transmission's just been redone. The brakes in the front are all redone. The engine has been carefully maintained. It doesn't leak oil anywhere. It's just the nicest Ironhead we've ever had through here, and it's extremely low miles, 14,320 miles on it. And the bike's stock, except for the mufflers and the seat. Other than that, the bike's all original. It has been repainted. So I guess the paint's not original either, but usually when you buy these, the handlebars are all changed, the grips, the levers, the mirrors. This one, they're usually highly customized. I actually have, this is really kind of a cool thing. I have the original exhaust system from 1973 for the bike, which he gave us, which is in excellent condition. I can tell you this, when I restored my 77 shovel head, I drove 6 hours round trip and paid $1,100 for a stock shovel head exhaust for my 2-in-1 shovel head exhaust. And this is the original 1973 Harley Davidson XLCH. XLCH stands for competition hot. This is the high performance model. So it comes with the original exhaust. So if you wanted to make this thing 100% original, just put the original paint job on it. It was originally red, and you're there, right, Kenny? I mean, am I missing anything, or?
Nope. It's got the original shocks. It's the original forks. Very important. The original rear fender, front fender.
Front fender's mint.
And also the handlebars, the gauge cluster, everything is there, and it's a repaint, but it's a repaint on the stock tins.
Can you move the pipes for me, Cody?
The original tins.
It has been carefully maintained. It has an upgraded braided stainless front line, so the front brakes, best front brakes I've ever ridden on an Ironhead. Can you do some close-ups now so I can point out some of the handiwork on this bike that you're not going to be able to see unless you get really up close?
Yep.
I want to do some real close-ups of the motor to show there's no oil leaking anywhere on it. And also, take a look at the brake system on this thing. Look at the forks. The chrome on the fork tubes is perfect. The original Sportster XLCH decal on the front looks like it just came out of a box. That's the original one. It's mint. The headlight is mint. The headlight bucket. The grips and levers are original. They're undamaged. It's never been dropped, never been left outside in the rain. The brake system's been completely rebuilt. You can even see the bleeder valve is brand new. The pads are new. The braided brake stainless line, the fluid. The forks work beautifully. There's no leaking fork seals. It has the Goodyear tires on there. The original chrome rims are beautiful. And like Kenny said, the original tins are perfect on the bike.
In our correspondence with the previous owner, which is the only owner, it's a one-owner bike, he noted that when the bike was repainted, also several components were taken off and re-chromed. Although it is all the stock componentry, it received a major refresh and recommissioning sometime in the last 5 years. And the way the bike runs and rides reflects that. So
this XLCH is rated at 67 horsepower by Harley Davidson. 1972 was the first year of the 1,000cc. There were 900s before this, and so it's a bigger, stronger motor. It's the last year of the right side shift also, which for flat track racing, which they go left, that's a much better side to shift from. That's not the only reason they had it like that. The British had them on the right-hand side too, and I've heard some people say they were copying the British, and some people say they were that way for racing. This was Harley Davidson's racing model. Let me show you something right here. In addition to the original manual that looks like it just came out of the box also, it's in mint shape. This is a guy who really took care of his stuff. I have the original title from 1973. I have full provenance on this bike. One owner. I know the full history.
Just lean it up so the camera can see it.
It's he purchased it on June 12th of 1973. So he's 70 years old and getting up there in years. He had some hearing problems and some other medical issues, so decided it wasn't safe for him to ride anymore and called the museum and asked us to resell the bike for him. So that's what we're doing. The manual's in perfect condition. You got to check this out too. In addition to the title and the manual, I actually have to read this before starting the engine the first time. Paperwork that you get from the bike. I actually think the dealer got this. This is dealer paperwork. So very rare to get an antique motorcycle with a title, let alone the original title and the original manual. So to me, that's just awesome. So back to this bike. The battery is new. Like Kenny said, the chrome's perfect. If you do some close-ups on the engine, like take the camera.
If I get any closer, you won't be able to see anything.
Well, I don't know if you need to get down. I want to show them that the base gaskets aren't leaking and the head gaskets aren't leaking. If we can do some close-ups, that would be awesome. A little bit of the history of the Harley Davidson Sportster. This one's 46 years old. The Sportster line's been around for 60 years, since 1957. Again, it's won more races in championships than any other engine, any other motorcycle ever made. The Sportster and its little brother, the XR750. Also in 1969, a few years before this bike was made, Leo Payne set the world land speed record. He went 200 miles an hour on a Harley Davidson Sportster. And the following year, Cal Rayborn went out and went 260 miles an hour on a Sportster powered Streamliner. So they're definitely built for speed. This one pulls like a freight train. It's got a lot of torque. The exhaust note is nothing less than music to my ears. It sounds fantastic. The drag pipes are equal length headers, which is a great thing to do. So they work about the same. Some people like the fishtails out the back, but that doesn't help the performance. So we all know Evel Knievel. He jumped Sportster powered XR750s and Sportsters and did wheelies and stunt shows on them. You may not know this, but my good friend Doug Danger actually on a stock out of the dealer bone stock Harley Davidson 883 jumped 10 cars ramp to ramp with stock suspension, stock everything on an 883, which is really quite remarkable. Matter of fact, the dealer that gave him the bike to do the jump on gifted him the bike after completing the jump. He almost crashed bad, but that's Doug Danger. He jumped here at the museum last year. So there's some close-ups on the chainless sprockets, the headers, the rear shocks. The original rear shocks are in mint shape. So it's an American classic and it's an American legend. It's a legendary American motorcycle, and there are very few of them left in this original condition, unmolested. The last original one that we got in was a later one. It was a 76. It happened to be red. It actually came from our neighbor across the street, and it was very similar to this. That one sold for $9,000. We've had a whole bunch of iron heads. Most of them were modified, highly modified. This and the red one are the two closest to stock, and we had a black one too that was really close to stock also, right?
Right, yeah, I'd have to pull the record on that one, but the red one is also the one that sticks out most in my memory. That one sold quickly and was also a one-owner example.
You'll be hard-pressed to find a nicer iron head than this one that's original owner, that's as well sorted out as this one. Just runs like an absolute dime piece. So we got a gift in the mail I wanted to share with our regular subscribers to the channel. One of our local neighbors sent me the American Patriots Bible and a note inside of here that says, Ken and the family of the Rockville's New England Motorcycle Museum, may God bless this ground abundantly. May it represent him well. May it help lead many to our Lord Jesus Christ through authenticity and what a relationship with him looks like. May you be an influence in drawing people to the goodness of God. And then she quoted a prayer in there, Philippians 1:9-11. And this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best and may be pure and blameless for the day of Christ, filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes from through Jesus Christ to the glory and praise of God. So, and then she says, with Kaplan America, Ken, I'm not surprised that I had the prompting to give you this book for this location. It has sections of the founding fathers and how the relationship with God influenced America. So God has definitely influenced us in this project and changed my life around. And she summarized it by saying, God bless Kimberly Jean Giasanti, your neighbor in Rockville and sister in Christ. And she put a sticker on there, God bless America, which is the quote I use to close every one of my videos. So God bless America, God bless Rockville, and everybody out there listening, and God bless whoever buys this bike. Our resident pastor, Moses, will give the bike a blessing before we ship it out. If you want to ship it anywhere in the country, we can do it for $750 or less. Heck, we can even get it to the UK for $750. So fully titled, we can ship it to Canada, wherever you want to go. If you want to leave it in the museum here, we'd love to have it. We don't have any real primo iron heads in the museum right now, so this would make a great addition. I'd keep it if we had the funds, but there's a staff of 15 here that need to get paid every week. All those time cards over there, someone's got to pay them every Friday, so we can't keep them all. Did you do a close-up on the gauges on here?
Yeah, just did.
It's just a beautiful piece. If you have any questions, again, call us, 860-454-7024. Junior, is there anything you want to add?
We can ship these inexpensively anywhere in the States. Message us your zip code for a quote. You can also finance classic motorcycles. Call and ask to speak with Cody.
Yeah, Cody, come on over here. If you guys haven't, Cody came from Maroney's Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
And
how you doing, guys?
His dad is a horsepower man from Maroney's Harley Davidson. We're actually going there next week, right?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I told him we'll be there at 10.
10?
10.
Oh shit, I gotta go to the gym first.
It's gonna be an early day.
I usually get up at 5, I'm gonna be up at 4. So his dad is one of, if not the foremost experts in Sportster engines. His dad built for 20 years the XR750s that won multiple championships for Harley Davidson. He was one of the lead techs. He's got an XR70 engine on his bench at Maroney's right now as a trophy, sort of. He also built the 883 race series bikes for, 10 years?
10 or 11 years, yeah.
Yeah, so the many championship racing bikes his pops built, and he also built all 3 of my Dynas. My FX DXT, I got Goldilocks and the 3 Dynas. This DXT, which is 95 cubic inch, the 110 cubic inch Screaming Eagle, and then the Dyna S 117, which is the fastest and my favorite, I think. So I love them all, like kids, you love them all the same. Anyways, enough about the bikes, back to this one. This is a stunning classic, and it's almost 50 years old. You won't find a nicer one. So good luck bidding on it. God bless America.